All right, Adam Myerson, racing the mountain bikes.
Trying.
What's it out there?
Hard. I mean, I feel like mountain bike racing's like time trials, you know? It's hard for everybody. There's no not hard, but it's a fun course. You know, it's good for me in a way that there isn't a ton of climbing. All the climbing are these short, steep hills that you can just punch over, but Will Crispin described it as bony. It's bony out there. There's a lot of rocks, a lot of roots. I'm racing a hardtail. Maybe a little too much pressure on my tires. I'm still just learning how to race mountain bikes, you know. I'm still used to having skinny tires and tiptoeing my way through everything, and I still don't have the hang of, like we've been talking about, just going straight, just riding over everything, and that's even harder to do on the hardtail. But last lap, I felt like I finally found a little bit of rhythm, and you know, group was already gone at that point. I was racing one other guy and mostly racing myself, but I don't know. I feel like I learned a lot. I wish if I could do the same race again next weekend, I feel like it actually would go differently. I felt like I was learning every corner out there. I was like, oh, right, you know, just figuring stuff out.
So, I mean, it's kind of, I think of this as sort of, I'm also riding mostly a full suspension bike, or at least a hardtail with big tires, but I think of these as very cross-type corners, but they have a bunch of roots and rocks in them.
That's right.
But it is a lot of like cornering science, sort of like Formula One cornering.
Yeah.
Does that not play to your favor on the mountain bike somehow?
It probably is how I can even survive in the open field instead of having to race 40 plus. You know, I'm still essentially like racing up a category by racing the open race. I could be in the Masters. So sure, I can bring some off-road experience to it, and that helps me fake it. My fitness is okay right now. But the guys who are real mountain bikers, who have full suspension bikes, they are doing things that I both don't quite know how to do and also can't do, maybe because of my equipment, which is okay. That's not necessarily an excuse. I definitely am getting what I want from the race, and it takes a little while to find your fun sometimes in a mountain bike race, because you're just suffering. And then if you kind of let go of that, you're like, oh no, I'm gonna clean this next section. I remember it from the last lap, and it's a long lap. It's a 10K loop, you know. We did 3 laps, so that can make memorizing the course a little difficult too. But you know, still, it's an awesome event. It's the best mountain bike race we have in New England, and you know, I'm 30 minutes from home, and guys that organize the race are awesome and do such a good job with it. So I missed it last year, and I was just psyched to be able to make it this year. My first mountain bike race of the season.
All right, so what are we going to do about the A-line for next year, or in general?
I mean, I'm not qualified to have an opinion about it, actually. I have an opinion about it, but I don't think
stop a lot of other people on the internet from expressing their opinions.
I don't have any, I mean, fine, I've been racing bikes for a long time, but I am in no position to tell people what should or shouldn't happen in a mountain bike race. I'm here to learn about what the standards are. The B-line ended up not being terrible. If I went through it with someone and they took the A-line and I took the B-line, there's an open field. There's a rock garden and then an open field after. So I was able to use my fitness 2 of the 3 laps to chase the group in front of me back down. I think they did a good job of building an A-line that was actually pretty simple and safe if you are comfortable with it. The penalty for failure on it is still quite high, but you don't have to do it. You know, there's a B-line. Maybe the only debatable thing is the B-line the appropriate length penalty? I wish the B-line penalty was a little shorter, but I don't. That's self-interested. Yeah, that's not an email I'm gonna send to Marty. You know, that's what I mean by, like, I have an opinion, but I don't think my opinion.
Just put a comment on their Facebook.
Yeah. You know, no, my opinion is worthless here and not important. And I think, sure, if I want to be serious about mountain bike racing, this is what mountain bike racing is. It's within my skill set to do it, but I'm afraid of it. And I need to just go, you know, like, I have a comfort level, you know, railing on the sides of my tires at 35 miles an hour leaning against other guys on pavement. But it took me, you know, 20 years to be able to do that with that comfort. So I shouldn't expect to come out and jump off a 4 or 5 foot cliff with guys who are actual real mountain bike racers. I need to just learn that step by step.
So expand that comfort zone.
Yeah, and that's what retirement was supposed to be, you know? Like, I want to go learn new things and challenge myself in new ways. And so maybe going to the bike park and jumping off shit's got to be the next thing that I do. But I'll say Sharon Sloan left me a good comment where she said, "The baby needs a daddy."
Yeah, she's a sweetheart.
Yeah, that one got me, actually. And that I made up my mind when she left that comment. I was like, that's the best advice I've gotten so far. I'm gonna take the beeline, and I'm gonna go kiss my kid after.
All right, thanks.
Yeah.